Good day, this is Jeff Kitzmiller here from the Weather Service. It's July 7th and we'll go right ahead and take a look at our planning briefing for this upcoming week. As for the threat matrix, have a few days highlighted in here, mainly just for thunderstorms, but we'll take a little bit closer look at what we're going to see. Starting with our water vapor satellite image, there's a trough here on the west coast that's been pretty consistent the last few days. Low pressure up here in Canada that is expected to move through the region. We still have moisture that's coming up from the south, so it's been another reason why we keep getting thunderstorms. And speaking of thunderstorms, let's just take a look at the model that has been doing pretty well on placement and coverage for thunderstorms. So starting here at noon today and moving forward, you can see that there's a fair amount of thunderstorm activity or shower activity already, but it's going to expand and intensify in southwest Montana later today. This area here has the most lift in the forecast, so we expect some stronger storms this evening, and keep showing something stronger down here near Butte and southwest Montana around 6 p.m. So we'll see how that turns out, but there's definitely a pretty good shot for some stronger storms with probably some hail and gusty winds and definitely some heavy rain briefly. And then some lingering showers tonight and through Monday morning. And then there's probably going to be a little bit of a break during Monday morning before we get the low that comes over and we get really active for tomorrow or Monday afternoon, especially from Missoula or Highway 12 and south. So it will be another active day on Monday as well. Looking at about 18,000 feet above the surface, we could see the trough here showing up on the model and the southwesterly flow that's been over us. As we move forward in time, we see that the low comes over and parks itself over us on Monday, but then quickly moves out of here, and we see high pressure move in on Tuesday, which should be our driest day of the week. And then southwesterly flow returns for Wednesday, and this will probably be one of the warmest days of the week. We have warm air coming up from the south and then pretty good mixing with that southwesterly flow. One thing that the models are not really doing very well with is handling the amount of moisture that could come in on Wednesday. Here, these colors here are showing possible moisture that could be coming in from the Pacific. And when we get into Wednesday, you see this area that starts to work its way into Idaho and western Montana. And model guidance really aren't doing much for precipitation on this, even though this is like 2 times above normal type moisture that we would have. So I wouldn't be surprised if, especially late in the day on Wednesday or Wednesday night, we start to see a lot more storm activity. So we'll need to keep that in mind. And then it dries out a little bit, but we do keep some moisture down in like southwest Montana, or maybe just barely clipping Idaho that could have some storm activity. But looking back over here at the model, it's just showing this consistent southwesterly flow to end the week and then get into next weekend. Looking at the outlook for the 8 to 14 day, July 14th through July 20th for temperature, there's a little bit of an indication of above normal temperatures. And then if we look at our outlook for precipitation, there's not really anything very clear cut. Right now it's showing pretty much equal chances of any direction. It could be above, below, or normal. Back to the threat matrix. On Monday I have southwest Montana highlighted for thunderstorms. And then I do have everyone else other than southwest Montana on Wednesday highlighted again for thunderstorms. This would probably be pretty late in the day. It might not be until like 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. or later and into the overnight, but I did want to point that out. And then we have Thursday and Friday, mainly just southwest Montana for thunderstorms. The next briefing is scheduled for Thursday, July 11th. Thank you very much.